Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you had a great holiday weekend, and now it's time to talk about comics yet again. But first, please be sure to subscribe, like the video, and comment down below what you're most excited for this week. I have tons of hot comics this week, plus comics released on 420 this week, so whoop whoop. It's gonna be a really fun week, and I'm really excited. So we're gonna dive right into my hottest and comic pickups that I will be picking up this week, April 20th, 2022. Starting off with Animal Castle number 5. I've really been enjoying Animal Castle. I think this is a unique comic. I love comics that deal with animals, even though it's a harsh environment and it's tough for these animals, especially in the last issue. They had to go through a very costly amount. They were trying to protest peacefully, and they ended up, getting their barn burned down, their home of living, even though they were just peacefully protesting. So things have definitely picked up quite fast, and President Silvio looks like he's not stopping anytime soon. So this issue might get a little scary, and I really hope there's no more dead animals, because those break my heart and I can't really see those images, but it makes you feel for the characters more, and I totally understand their purpose. Also picking up Avengers 55. Jason Aaron's doing a really fun job with Avengers. This issue looks like we're going to get the return of Nighthawk. We haven't seen him since Heroes Reborn, so very interested to see what is going to happen with that. Does he remember what happened in Heroes Reborn? Did he forget? What clearly happened there? And I love Nighthawk. I love the Squadron Supreme, so having them return is honestly amazing. Plus, Mephisto's still behind the scenes controlling everything, so very looking forward to see what happens there. Batman Superman World's Finest number 2 also releases this week. Loved the first issue. I thought it was really fun having the Doom Patrol in it as well. I thought the Doom Patrol were super great. But now we're have Superman see the Doctor, Dr. Niles Cauldron, who is the head of the Doom Patrol. And hopefully he's able to fix Superman. He did absorb a ton of red kryptonite. And although I personally don't know much about red kryptonite, it does seem like it is going to affect Superman in the long run. So hopefully this isn't what kills Superman. Hopefully we are able to fix this and take Metallo down. So really looking forward to this. Love Dan Mora's art on this book as well. I think he's doing a killer job. Batman the Knight number 4 also releases this week. Chip Zdarsky killing it on Batman. He is now taking over as the Batman ongoing, which I am super excited for. That should be happening sometime soon. But as we're talking about Chip Zdarsky the Knight, I think this comic is super unique and different, especially with tons of Batman titles out in the world right now. Having a unique Batman title really says something to you. So in this issue, it looks like Batman's going to be in North Korea, and he's going to be training with the styles of Master Kirigiri. So we're going to find out a little bit more about how his fighting styles have more to come from this place, and maybe even see a new friend. So hopefully I'm really excited to see who that is and how this really picks up. Black Hammer Reborn number 11 releases this week, and as I said, this isn't my favorite arc of Black Hammer, but I still have really been enjoying it, especially the last issue that I've read. I am a little behind, so this issue, though, in particular, seems like you're going to find out what happened to Black Hammer's family and where exactly they are. Or they must be in this bizarre limbo land, because it kind of seems where most people tend to go, especially when Colonel Weird takes control. So really looking forward to see how Lucy deals with the situation of her family. Very, very excited for Captain America number 0. This book is a merge of what will soon be the Steve Rogers Captain America and the Sam Wilson Captain America. It seems like something's going to happen. Armin Zola, is going to be doing something to New York, which makes Steve and Sam Wilson, both Captain Americas, come to solve the problem and hopefully save the day, which I know they will. It's definitely going to choose and show how the different Captain Americas interact and how They act very differently. Steve is so different from Sam Wilson, and I love that. They're both great Captain Americas, but I just love how unique and different they play. Sam does tend more to his wings and tech, and he tends to throw the shields differently, whereas Steve is a much more grounded character. So I'm really excited to see how this one plays out, and I'm excited to see how they merge into their own storylines as well. Also, Catwoman 42 releases. Teenie Howard is doing an incredible job taking over from Ram V's Catwoman. I think she's doing killer. I love all these new characters that are among them. I love the Galaxy Cat. I think the Galaxy Cat is gorgeous. And, you know, the art is fantastic. The art is out of this world. So we're really going to dive more into what Black Mask is doing in this crime underlord and how Catwoman can really stop him. It seems like she's going to maybe find out his secret and maybe find out more about the mysterious man that she's been, you know, finding with the white mask. So Valmont, I believe his name is. And I am really excited to see more of that interaction. I think their interactions are some of the most interesting amongst them. Hulk number 6 also releases this week, and I'll be picking this up. This issue is going to be the last of this story arc, and it's also going to introduce the Null-like character of Hulk, Titan. And I'm hoping it's a little more than just like a Null-like or a dark evil Hulk. I don't really like that trope. I don't really fall for that trope. I think it's kind of a cheap knockout, is to just fight, you know, an alternate version of yourself. Yeah, it's just, I'm really hoping this picks up. I am going to stick through this through the Hulk, Thor, Banner saga, because I love Thor, and I really want to see those two, like, fight it out, duke it out. I think that would be a very fun comic. So I'm going to stick it out there, and if that really appeases me, then I'll continue to get Hulk. If not, I do think I'm going to end up dropping this one. This one is kind of like, for me. I'm not, like, super looking forward to it when I buy it, but, a lot of people are talking about it, so I feel like I have to read it. So, really cool, though, and I'm excited to see this new character. Ice Cream Man number 29 also releases this week, and Ice Cream Man has been taking pretty long breaks in between issues, but we're still receiving them, and I'm still happy for that. I think Ice Cream Man is a great anthology horror series. I think it's very spooky, creepy, weird, different, and every issue is so creepy, and this one in particular is going to be presenting for no one the last will and testament of W.M. Parsons. So it's a funeral, and you know, it's probably not just going to be your standard funeral. It's not going to be something crazy is going to happen in this, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens, because Ice Cream Man definitely keeps me on my toes. Let's just say that. I'm also picking up KILLADELPHIA number 21. We're finally getting closer to answers, and we're finally getting what is the true history behind the vampirism in Philadelphia, and I'm very, very excited to see all of this unravel and how scary it's going to be for Jimmy Sangster and his family. And so I'm dying to see what happens with the werewolf allies and just all of this war happening in this one city. So this book is so incredible, and I love every moment of it, and I'm really, really looking forward to this issue. Also picking up Nice House on the Lake number 8. We're getting closer to the end, and in this issue, Walter is finally living amongst everyone else in this household. So how is this actually going to happen? Are they actually going to live through this? Are they all going to die? I have no idea where this comic is going, how it will end, but it is just escalating like crazy up this hill, and I'm dying to see how the housemates react to Walter and maybe even find out what happened to the girl that he locked away. So really, really looking forward to this issue. Nightwing number 91 releases this week as well, and this is continuing the Flash with Wally West and crossover with him. It just seems like a really fun issue. It looks like it's just the best friends hanging out together, having a day off, which, you know, every superhero needs every now and then. Let's not forget about Haley, Bitewing, the puppy that Nightwing and Barbs are, you know, adopted together. So every time I see her, I'm very excited, and I just think it's the cutest thing having Nightwing put on his Bitewing's little outfit and mask, you know, that 1 in 25, super cute. So yeah, I think Tom Taylor's doing a killer job on Nightwing, and I can't wait to pick this one up. Probably my pick of the week. This is going to be either a really great comic or a really bad one, but I'm hoping for a really great comic here. The Secret History of the War on Weed. So, it's written by Jerry Duggan and Brian Posehn, and they're finally back together from their Deadpool run, and it's just a simple one-shot for 420, and it seems so interesting, I'm not gonna lie. You know, it takes place in 1985, where in Northern California there was tons of weed farms, and it was honestly one of the biggest sanctions for weed, and a lot of people did not like that, so they started burning their crops and things like that. And so I'm excited to see how these this comic in particular, because they tend to go more towards a comedy side of things, so I'm imagining people getting a little crazy in this comic over, you know, just a little bit of weed. So really looking forward to this. It's an Image comic, so you know it's going to be brutal, it's going to be, you know, very adult, and I'm really looking forward to this. Also, Shang-Chi number 11 comes out this week. Looks like Sister Hammer is back from the previous run, and she looks like she's actually going to help out Shang-Chi this time instead of just being, you know, her evil self. So, finally getting back on track with his family, and we're getting closer and closer to Shang-Chi getting those 10 rings that he does in, like, his movie. So, maybe he'll pick it up in this issue, I'm not too sure, but we are getting closer. So, if that's something you're really interested in, I highly recommend start picking up Shang-Chi now, and wait until it does, because you never know when they're just going to surprise throw in those rings, and that's what, you know, it looks like in the movies now, so it's kind of a big deal. Really looking forward to this. The action's always great, and I can't wait to see what Jean Yuan Yang does next. Okay, Gwenverse number 2 releases this week. I thought number 1 was alright, but I'm really looking forward to number 2 because I'm hoping that we're getting a much more faster pace. I didn't like in the first one how there was only the 2 Gwens, and then the third one at the very end. I wanted more in a Gwenverse. I want like 1,000,000 Gwens. I want like all these Gwens. So hopefully in this issue, the preview does look like we are getting more Gwens. We're going to get them out fast. We're going to get them there, and I'm really looking forward to that. The Thor trailer also just dropped today, so having that Thor Gwen be in this action, I'm all about, because I'm feeling that Thor Love and Thunder trailer, so really looking forward to this. Walking Dead Deluxe number 37 releases this week. Walking Dead has been really great reading it for the first time in color. I never got to read it in black and white, so reading it in color is just a surprise love for me. I've really been enjoying the storyline, and it looks like this issue is going to focus more on Glenn and Maggie as they look forward towards the future, but others are dwelling in the past. What does that mean for our folks? We're not too sure. I'm not too sure. Some people know because they've already read it, but I'm not too sure, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens. We Live, Age of Paladins number 2 releases this week as well. I love We Live. I think We Live is so unique. Having these QR codes that play music along with the book, I think is a fantastic way to get people more immersed in a comic. So, super excited to see how this will play out, how decisions will affect other ones, and how these characters are really going to intertwine with one another. It looks like we're really getting down to the wire, and time is really running out for these kids, so we definitely need more of these superheroes to protect Megalopolis 9, and I'm really looking forward to how this one will play out. Last but not least, I'm picking up Wolverine number 20. Wolverine's finally back. No more of that X and Live stuff. I did kind of enjoy some of the issues, not all of them, but we're back as Wolverine, and I'm excited. And this issue in particular is going to have Deadpool in it, so what's going to be more fun than a Wolverine Deadpool comic team up? I'm really looking forward to this, especially because every time Deadpool comes to Krakoa, they always treat him like trash. So I am so looking forward to seeing how Wolverine is going to react and how they go back and forth and how Krakoa is going to accept Deadpool and things like that. So I can't wait. Hopefully it's just a really fun ride. And that's going to be it for me this week. There's tons of more comics, though, that release at your local comic shop this Wednesday, April 20th, 2022. I just want to thank all my subscribers for supporting me, and I hope that I get to add more. We are very close to 250, and I want to do some giveaways, so hopefully I can get you guys to subscribe. And yeah, I'll be back here next week for more comics. Have a great day.